This week on Fox Pro Fur Takers, the Dillon boys head east to call reds in the dark of night. Hunting alongside legendary fox whisperer Pete Hauer, their odds go way up. When, where, and how to call red fox in Maryland. It all begins right now.
It's mid-November, we've got a new moon. My brother Steve and I are heading down to Maryland to hunt red fox with longtime field staff member Pete Hauer.
Yeah, I personally have never hunted Maryland, but I've heard lots of stories and I've seen lots of pictures over the years of Pete and the other guys.
This part of Baltimore, Maryland is just one of those areas that are loaded with red fox. Always produces year in and year out.
Just is an amazing red fox area.
Got hornetized.
With the cold temperatures, new moon, I'm confident we're going to get a lot of fox put down on the ground.
So we stopped off at our initial farm with a gentleman who was going to turn 96 the next day. His name is Vernon, very nice guy, and he has allowed me to hunt his property for some years.
Pete proceeded to tell me that this guy was a decorated war hero and actually served in the Battle of the Bulge.
He is a true American hero at many levels. He has done so much for this country.
These are just some I just happen to have.
You know, I was kind of in awe there, being with Vernon. I mean, hearing his stories, looking at his pictures.
2,600 miles in a tank. That's pretty amazing.
When they destroyed my tank, the shell landed 2 feet from my head, but it ricocheted off behind me.
You're lucky to be alive.
I had this much of my head out, and a piece landed about a foot in front of me, in front of my nose. And then it splintered all up, and I got a lot of shrapnel in my face. And I still have a piece in this eye that they can't get out.
He's just an amazing man. I mean, and you feel just honored to be there with him.
All right, this is from the Fox Pro Fur Takers to Mr. Foster. Ready? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Mr. Foster. Happy birthday to you. Oh, thank you very much.
Thank you all.
You got a hat too, Mr. Foster.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much, Vernon. It's getting to be that time. It's dark out right now. First couple hours, we usually do the best. They're hungriest, I think, from not hunting all day long. So it's a good time to get out there. Thank you so much for having us here. I really appreciate it.
Happy to spend the evening with them. If the trip would have ended there, it would have been well worth it.
Now it's time to go kill some fox.
About ready to make our first stand. This place, I love this. This is one of the first stands we've always come to down in Maryland. Always been good to us. We've always killed stuff or called stuff in here. Yeah. I don't think we've ever come here and not seen eyes.
It's a really good strip back in here, woods, and the wind is perfect for that direction tonight. So hopefully we'll get something to come right out of that strip of woods. I'm just curious, if I'm carrying this heavy tripod, do I get Andrew's salary tonight?
I got good feelings we're going to call in the first stand right here.
I think we're going on titmouse tantrum one here.
We started a call, and literally, almost immediately, Mike says, I got eyes.
Right here's eyes. Right top of the hill.
Good shot, Steve. Good job.
Nice shot. My first Maryland red.
God, that was what, 10 seconds into the stand. That fox comes in right at the top of the hill. I'm looking over here thinking something's gonna come in here.
Yeah, that's why I'm facing.
Right at the top of the hill, that fox comes in, it comes running down the hill.
It was really exciting to get my first red fox in Maryland here. I never got one in Maryland here, and it happened so quickly within the, the whole thing was over within a minute.
There we go. You got 22 hornetized. Look at the teeth on this guy. Not a real old fox, but definitely, probably 2-year-old fox. Yeah, that thing was so, large enough Steve had no problem hitting him.
Man, he just came in on a string. Usually you see gray fox do that. Yeah. Come in running like that. I mean, this fox is top of the hill and he committed. He came straight down and stopped.
Yeah, we're testing out that new light, and that new light spotted him pretty fast, didn't it?
I love testing new products. I think I'm gonna have to steal the rifle from Steve though. He's got his, now it's time to switch.
Sounds good. There's another farm that's kind of connected to this one across the road, so we're gonna head over there, drive in the field a little bit, and then go for a little bit of a walk, see which way the wind's blowing when we get over to this side, and set up our hunt accordingly.
And as you saw in that last stand, they are moving pretty good. That red fox came running in, and you very rarely see a red fox charging like a gray fox. We're down here in Maryland hunting red fox with longtime field staff member Pete Hauer. We've got a new moon and cold temperatures, which should always equate to good fox movements. It's always good when you get that first fox.
You get that monkey off your back.
It got pretty windy yesterday. We had like 30-mile-an-hour winds, which is not good for hunting for fox. We're going to be a little bit quiet coming out of here, walk up over a hill where we're not all skyline, maybe give a couple lip squeaks, see if we catch any eyes, and go from there.
See if we can go get Mike one.
There's a lot of fox down here. This is one of the last meccas of the red fox, anywhere in the United States.
Wind is perfect here. We've got a little stream bed down here. There's a strip of woods down here. And the fox will come down over the top of the hill oftentimes. The wind is kind of cutting at a cross angle over here, so it should be perfect for calling this set.
I've hunted with Pete a lot of years, and he always likes to start his stands with the bird sounds. The nutty knot hatch, the titmouse tantrum.
Deer?
Right here. I see him. That wind blowing right out that way.
He's covering.
I think he's gonna get our wind.
When that fox comes in, as his head's going down and he's looking up at us and his head goes back down to the ground again, I knew he was about to get our wind. In fact, he probably already had the wind, so I decided I had to try to get a shot on that fox. But unfortunately, it got away.
I think that animal was getting ready to bug out, so it was kind of a do or die situation.
We got a lot of wind kicking up in here. It's getting pretty cold right now. We're just too exposed in the open right here. We need to head for some cover. A little bit of a wind break.
We're hunting some of these wide open fields, but we're finding that the wind is just a little bit too much to have them come out in those fields. So we got to try to pick the areas, the little tighter areas where there's better wind breaks. This particular field that we're hunting, the property owner has what he calls the coyote cam because he's constantly getting pictures of coyotes right in this field that we're about to hunt.
You got a coyote coming, he's down the corner.
That's a coyote. He's right downwind. That was it. He got a win and he busted us. Man, that's close to be able to call a coyote down here in Maryland. That's pretty good. We almost had our first coyote here.
This part of Maryland is one of the last meccas of red fox in the nation, but they've had a large increase in the coyote population over the years. So with the coyotes moving in, there's not going to be the red fox population that this place is so used to having.
It's
We're going to start off with our usual bird calls. Steve's titmouse tantrum is a really good call back in here. Come back behind us. You went back in. I'm going to switch sounds. He's back here. Back over here, Steve.
All right, I see him.
He's right down window.
He's down right there. Right there. And that's the way you want them to come in. You want them to come in, you want them to stop in front of you. Hey, good shooting, Mike. Hey, thanks. It's time to get you one now. You're on the rifle.
Good job.
Look at that pelt. That's a beautiful pelt. Nice. 22 Hornet, just such a fur-friendly load.
Hey,
Maryland Red Fox.
Another one for the fusion.
Yeah.
Fox-proof
Now
fusion.
Pete's going on the rifle, Steve's going on the shotgun, so maybe we'll shoot one with you. That's what we're after. That's what we're coming down here for.
1, 2, 3.
Fox Pro Fur Tactics, presented by Mossy Oak. It's not a passion, it's an obsession.
You know, a lot of people are curious as to how it is that we set up our night hunting stands. And, you know, the first thing that we've got to be mindful of is wind direction. One of the first things that you need to make sure that you're doing is scan that light as you're walking to the stand. Because I can't tell you how many times while walking into these stands, we get eyes, and then we could set up right there and be able to successfully call in that coyote or that fox. You want to set that call directly in front of you. And that's because when you're scanning with that light, that coyote or that fox, they're going to come in looking directly at the source of that sound. If you have that source of the sound 20 or 30 yards away from you, you're not going to get their eyes because they may be looking off to the side. You're shining the light, you don't see their eyes. It's very important when scanning that light that nothing around you is being lit up. Your chair, the end of your gun barrel, your shooting sticks. If you're behind that light, you can get away with a lot more movement and have a lot more success in calling at night.
We're down here in Maryland hunting red fox with longtime field staff member Pete Hauer. That's what we're after. That's what we're coming down here for.
I've been hunting fox since I'm about 12 years old and up in Pennsylvania, and I'm 50 now, so it'll be about 38, 39 seasons. I've known these guys for, I don't know, over maybe 15, 20 years, and we've been good friends for a long time.
Take that out. Nerd.
And I dug out my moon chart, and we planned it around a new moon, so the darkest moon nights tend to be the best. They have such good night vision that if you have a full moon night, they tend to be a little bit more skittish because they can see so well. I usually start off with rather busy, high-pitched bird sounds like titmouse tantrum or nutty nuthatch. Those are probably my top producers for fox.
He's down right there. I could tell by looking through the scope, you know, this thing was pretty wide. It was a pretty nice fox. It was furred up real well. you know, came in and sat down right there. You know, I just couldn't resist. I couldn't let him come any closer. That was a shot that I wanted to take right there.
Let me see how heavy he is.
Boy, they're furred up really good too.
Look at that. That hornet did a really nice job on him, Mike.
Yeah.
You really don't see much at all pelt damage on this guy. You got one little drop of blood there, and that's about it. I mean, that's perfect.
More than that. For guys that want to keep the pelts, man, you can't get any better than the hornets. He is fat too, man. Just look how fat he is. This is the biggest fox that I think I've probably ever shot down here in Maryland. You know, we came down here to Maryland to shoot some red fox, and we got her done.
Probably less than an hour ago, we weren't seeing anything, no eyes. Boom, was shut down, and boy, they started coming out in force again, and we started seeing multiple fox, and that's a beautiful red right here.
Fox Pro Fur Takers here in Maryland. This is what we came for, and we're gonna go get some more.
I'm using Mike's Ruger 22 Hornet tonight.
Fox Pro Fusion. You know, this calls the first year for this unit, and it's already being a fox killer for sure. That's gonna go kill some more fox right.
And Mike Dillon, I just got that call like about a week ago. You know how many fox this thing's brought in already? A whole lot of them.
Pete's on the rifle now, so I'm gonna run the call on the line. I'm gonna start with the titmouse tantrum. Right here. Here's one right here.
Let him come.
He's way out. That's too far for this. He's a dot in here, man. He's a dot in here.
I see him. He's way out there. It's too windy. It's too windy and it's too far for a 22 Hornet.
I'm gonna try switching the sounds out.
I can see him, but he's just a dot out there. I mean, for a 22 Hornet at 250 plus in a strong wind, it's too far. It's just not a high percentage shot. It's not a good shot to take on the animal, in my opinion.
For a 250 plus yard shot at nighttime with a blowing wind, I opted not to take a shot with a 22 Hornet, so we let that fox go.
He might have caught our wind, because it's just swirling around in circles. I think he caught our wind and didn't want to come in.
We got other stands to make. We have another farm to go to. That was a pass shot, in my opinion.
Let's start with titmouse tantrum. This is cut cornfield. We had some red fox before, hang right up there in that bank. Pete had asked me, do you think we can call those red fox across the field? And I said, yeah, absolutely. And we start calling, and within a few minutes, we get this red fox coming in. Right here, coming in.
Down the edge.
Good job. Right here. There's no. Another one. No. This was coming right in the field. This was coming right in the field. Steve, get the shotgun. He's coming in hard. Double right there. Steve made a great shot on that fox. We've got a double. That's two fox down here. And it just shows you, you know, after you shoot that first one, keep calling, keep scanning, because you never know when that second one's gonna come in.
Dude, that's a big fox. I know it's in the boiler room on him now. Oh my goodness. That's a big red. That's probably a 3-year-old fox. What do you think?
Oh, hey, first double of the trip.
These guys came in. We had a pretty good wind advantage on them. Mike spotted them coming in. He's testing out a new prototype light tonight, doing a little field testing. Boy, that thing really works.
You know, despite the wind, despite all the other variables that we had to work with, we were able to get her down here in Maryland with Pete Hauer and got what we came down for.
I just want to thank Pete for having us down here again. I just can't thank Pete enough.